And good morning, fans, or afternoon, fans, or really late in the UK right now. I think it's about 9 o'clock, just after 1 p.m. here on the Pacific Northwest. And welcome to Sun's Sunday Spice Show. It's all 3, actually 4, is it not? Anyway, it's a new review show that it's a new review show that the Hot Mama and I are doing. And, you know, we're highlighting sons and businesses that they have. We'll promote the heck out of them. And we start this week with Shawn Overthrow of Henry's Hot Sauces, patched member, one of the originals. Got all the things. So let's, without further ado, just bring in Shawn. Shawn, how goes it, brother?
Good evening or afternoon.
Yes,
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, definitely. You're missing someone. We're missing someone with a cube. There he is.
That's right.
Oh.
Hey.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening. Well, as we know, this is our new Sunday review. This is episode 1 here with the Podfather and Chili Cuba. And what we're going to do is we're going to review a couple of, well, as many as I have. We've done Henry's Hot Sauce in the past, the Hot Mama and I, and we have thoroughly enjoyed them, and we've eaten a fair amount of them. So we're only left with, I think, about 5. And as a lot of people don't know, if you look down along the bottom there, you'll see flavorandfire.co.uk. Check out the website. There's all kinds of stuff to offer. Shirts. Really nice shirts too. Awesome shirts. This, I don't know, Dave Doran might like this because I think he's got the, he's got the sauce. But this is the golden tomato. It's almost gone. All the other ones are. But man, that one, and I've got this one, the fire roasted red pepper. I know he's got that in a sauce. So we got some jams and we got some sauces, and I'm sure Joe's got some sauces there too. We'll just go over what we got. What one do you want to start with, Hot Mama? Other than, you know, do we want to have Shawn, or do we want to have Shawn do a little run up on?
Well, you know, I know we've had Shawn on the show before, but it was a different format, and I would love to hear your story again.
I mean, we're familiar with it.
Yeah, we're familiar with your story, but
much.
tell us how you got started in this and what makes you so passionate.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, like I say, thank you very much for having me. Absolute pleasure to be part of the Sons. I've been a chef for 20 years. I've been cooking with spices and chilies throughout my career, really, but it really came to light about 10 years ago. For me, before I joined all the chili groups, the hottest thing I'd ever eaten or managed to get my hands on was a Scotch bonnet. So basically, I started cooking with them, making my own kind of chocolates and sweets and things like that, really. And I used to send out products as Christmas presents, birthday presents, and then friends and family started asking for more and more, and they were giving them out. And then the feedback was growing and growing. And then I started working with a chef that I met, and he said, "Oh, I've got a friend of mine that grows chilies. You know, I know him through collecting watches. I'll introduce you. Get chatting to him." So I got bought into the UK chili growers through a gent called Darren Smith, who literally just opened my eyes. I didn't realise how big the market was. You know, I mean, I knew about sort of like the Psycho Juice and people like that from buying from Amazon and buying the chocolates and things. So I started experimenting, making my own. And then I met a guy who was called Scott Webb. And he basically said to me, he said, "Right, I want you to make for me some chili sweets. Can you do it?" I said, "Yeah, of course I can. I can make anything you want," you know. So we started making hard-boiled sweets, started making truffles and chocolate bars. And I mean, we're talking like sort of 8 years ago now. And he used to call me the Chili Willy Wonka. And Scotty was always the guy that made the sauces, you know. I'd never turn my hand to sauces. And when he started saying to me, "Can you make jam?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I can make jam." He's like, "Right, make me this jam with this chili." And then it just kind of progressed from there. Scott's got a big family, you know, so he kind of fizzled out, introduced me where to get the bottles from, get the shrink wraps from, and sorted labels for me and things like that. And then a couple of years later, you know, we had our first child, and he was called Henry. And the wife said to me, she's like, "You know, you've had amazing feedback on this. You're going further and further afield. Why don't you set it up as a business?" I was like, nah, there's no market for it. You know, what do I know? You know, I'm not a professional, you know, I'm a chef. And then Henry came along and I was like, okay, let's have a little play. We set up a Facebook page, called it Henry's Hot Sauce. And then all of a sudden it just kind of exploded overnight. You know, more and more people are asking. So it's like, okay, we'll start off making a Ranger. So we made, I made the no smoke without fire, which is now known worldwide. You know, everybody knows about the no smoke without fire. But originally, I made it with a Moruga Scorpion, which was mind-blowing, too hot for people. So we made it a bit milder using a Butcherlockia, the ghost pepper. Again, it was still too hot for people. So we brought the scale right the way down to the chipotle, the smoked jalapeno. People went crazy for it. And then we made the RE Fire for the UK Sauce Awards. Mind blown. You know, we picked up first place with that one in the Sauce Awards. And then the range kind of grew from there, really.
Oh, that Irie Fire, man, there's no mistaking. Like I said, one day. It didn't even last a day in the house. You know, we opened, and I mean, with me, the hot man will tell you, 2 meals, and that's a bottle of hot sauce normally for me.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's basically, you know, that sort. Unless it's super, 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 super powerful, then maybe it's 3 days, right? But yeah, that. Even the kids tried that, and you know, it wasn't like overpoweringly hot, but it was just flavors. The flavors in that is just
basically what I pride myself on. That's where the name's kind of evolved into, the flavor and fire. You know, with me being a chef, I'm very passionate for flavor.
Yeah.
And being in the UK, a lot of people think a tikka masala is hot. So we use hot chilies, but we use them in small amounts.
Yeah, it's not.
So
it's definitely.
We've got the family friendly, we've got the entry level, and then we kind of progress up to things like the Spiral into Oblivion, the Suthane Slayer, you know, with the mixed chilies, the Reapers. Because before I said, like, I don't want to be another guy making hot sauce. You know, they're 10 a pound, you know, 10 a penny, whatever you want to say. It's everybody's making hot sauces, everybody's making challenge sauces. Yes, they sell, but they sit in the cupboard. You try it once, it's too hot for you. You prank your mates, you're finished. You know. Yeah, so I said, right, okay, let's get realistic with this. If we're going to make a go of it, I want to be completely different. And I think that's kind of what's progressed us over the years and set us apart from everybody else. And then, like the last couple of years, everyone else has kind of jumped on it and brought all the heat levels down, trying to appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah, I mean, it really works. I mean, I heard from my brother, you know my brother well, and Tony was like, oh you need to get hold of Shawn's stuff. And I'm like, Shawn. I'm like, Shawn, who?
I love Antonio, man. Your brother, what a geezer.
He's like, can you get it over there? And I'm like, I have no idea, man. I mean, give me a website.
We can make it happen.
I'm like,
yeah, basically, I mean, I got introduced to Antonio. I kind of seen him bouncing around in the groups. But it was Diane Marie that said to me, he's looking at starting something chili related. He's interested in touching base with you. Would you be interested in talking to him? And I was like, I'll talk to anybody. Get him to drop me a message, you know? And then he said to me, oh, I've got this idea, blah, 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 blah. I said, right, say no more. I'll get you a care package over. Sent him a dozen sauces maybe. And he just fell in love. You know, then we just kind of formed a strong bond and friendship from that.
And I was talking to him the other day, and he was bringing up Brixton, where he met you.
Oh yeah, Brixton.
He was talking about how much he misses that and everything.
Massively.
You know, and I mean, he's going through his surgery and he's doing his recovery from his surgery.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we don't get to see each other enough, really.
Yeah,
but when we do catch up, it's always a good thing.
It really is, especially with him. So he raves about your sauces, and I remember, I think you had a label change in the last year or so.
That's it, yeah. We've literally just upgraded. Because like I said, for me before, it's kind of been progressing from a hobby into more of a kind of business structure. You know, for me before, my idea was the sauce sells the product, not the label. So the labels were a bit gimmicky.
Speaking of sauce.
But now we've kind of moved from more internet sales, from chatting to people face to face. Here you go, guys, try this. This has got this in it. I've had to upgrade the labels to make it more appealing on the whole. So we've gone down a more professional label route now.
Yeah, that's, I think, which one is that? That's the Sentinel Paradise?
Sentinel Paradise, yeah. That's the...
And then we've got,
The Sentinel, I don't know if you're familiar with the Sentinel Islands. It's basically a remote island somewhere out in the Indian Pacific Ocean or somewhere. And it's a very, very close-knit community. Very hostile to outside people, I believe.
Isn't it the ones with
heroes?
Where they like basically they
shot that mission.
But it just seemed fitting, you know, the Sentinel, you know, it's an island, it's one of a kind, you know, what it is what it is. It doesn't pretend to be anything else. And it's paradise because of the fruity flavors, and so it's kind of a mango and cardamom influence. That one works perfectly with chicken, fish, Indian food.
Yeah, that one's almost gone.
Makes a tasty dip for poppadoms. Uses salad dressing.
Yeah, I mean, we just try and play on words with, you know, where the Sentinel Islands were based was like the Indian influence with the cardamom and the spices.
Yeah, I've got to say that the Sentinel one is one of the favorites here too. As you can see, it's pretty low.
Yeah, the flavor range as well. We do it with the non-chili called the Mango Burst, and literally. We sold out the other day, restocked it, took it to market, completely wiped us out.
I know, I can see why. I mean, you're still good, Podfather. I mean, what can I say? You know, when I look at it and I look at the glaze and pour on it, as you can see here, like you know.
Thank you.
Absolute. And the smell is great.
I mean, to get this kind of feedback from you guys is absolutely amazing, you know.
I know, but like you say,
in America, it's hot sauce, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, well, it is.
But in the UK, it's still kind of up and coming and new,
But yeah, see, when I taste this, I taste all it reminds me of is like Indian cuisine.
It's really very good.
Love it.
For me, it's sunshine in a bottle.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's fresh flavors. You know, it's a bright summer's day. Lay on the beach with the water and.
Yeah, but top notch, Shawn. Top
very
notch.
Very bright, like you say. It has a lot of like sharpness to it, too. Mm-hmm.
But none of it bad.
It's that tart, like I think it's the ginger.
It's cooked with white wine vinegar, just to cut through the sweetness.
Very bright. Oh my god!
The red onions in there help as well.
This has Scotch bonnets in it, and I like it.
Yeah, she normally hates
the only Scotch bonnet thing I've ever liked.
Well,
brilliant.
My father does a damn good job of those Reapers and Scotch bonnets and flavors that you normally get from sauces.
Now that I know there's Scotch bonnets, I can taste it. I'm like, oh yeah, there's that.
Oh yeah, I'm not too keen anymore. What's my favorite? But now I've read the ingredients.
It's still good. I like it. This one's good. So the Sentinel. I like your the origin of the name. That's very interesting.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of feedback as well I get is a lot of the sauces are quite thick. And that's partly because I mean most hot sauces when I was up and coming, I mean not that I'm not up and coming now, I was still up and coming and evolving. But the main ingredients used to be water, salt, chilies, thickener, xanthia gum, or the equivalent of
whatever they could do to get to thicken.
You know, for me, my main ingredients are the base sauce, the chilies, splash of vinegar just to bring that pH down. So the sauces are thick, they're hearty, there's something to really get your teeth into, to coat your food.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not use thick sauce. I love thick sauce. I really do.
Or
you're going for the good
things generally. We get that through reduction and through pure ingredients.
I love. Oh, speaking of that,
you're going straight to jam.
It's
because she likes that jam.
It's so good. It's so interesting.
So basically, the golden tomato jam was curated. I was at the farmers market that we host a store with, and the guy Mike across the way from me that does all the fresh produce had these beautiful golden tomatoes. I mean, I don't even know what they're called. I can't remember the name. Something like Summer Gold or Sun Gold. And they were just so big and juicy. I was like, oh, Mike, can I try one? You know, I've got a bit of pork pie off the butcher for my lunch, and
You're freezing.
I've got my own salt grinders and things, and I've got tomato, and I was like, wow, give me everything you've got on your stall. I've got an idea for those. And literally, we just bagged it all up, and we created this jam.
It's a great
It's so good.
Although it's called a jam, it's only called a jam because of the sugars and things in it. So it's like a savoury kind of sweet and chutney. It's got the onions in there. We've infused it with the star anise and the spices.
That star anise, I can taste it. We say anise.
Yeah, it just gives it a bit of lift.
Yes, a little lift at the end. That's nice. It's so interesting to me, the idea of using a golden tomato or a fire roasted red pepper in a jam.
Yeah.
It's just such a novel. I don't know why.
It tastes amazing.
It's so good.
I mean, the thing is for me, I mean, when I'm creating a product, it's usually off the back of something I've made for myself to eat. And I think, wow, would other people like this? You know, I don't make a product for sales. I don't think, right, okay, I'm going to make this because people will like that. I'll make myself some chicken wings, or I'll get myself some new cheese from the delicatessen, and I think, right, okay, what can I pair with this? You know, right, let's get some charred red peppers. You know, let's really char them up to the point they're burned, scrape it, get all that smoky flavour in there.
Yeah, but the balance, Shawn, the balance is so good in this one.
Thank you.
It's so interesting to me because it's got so many different, like, what you would consider disparate flavors in it. You've got that smokiness.
You get the first initial hit, don't you? Then you get all the aftertones and
you get that smokiness. You get a little bit of heat, but then you also get that sweetness, a little bit of brightness. I guess it must be from the apple juice and the lemon juice.
A lovely colour. Yeah, we reduce the apple juice down as well. Just gives it that hint.
It's really nice because when you smell it, the overwhelming aroma is that roasted red pepper, that kind of
that's it.
Smells like a savory.
Don't you have a sauce of this?
And that sweetness hits you. It's so good.
We do a roasted red pepper and garlic sauce, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. That one would be good too. The colour on it again.
I mean, this is absolutely fantastic for brushing onto chicken wings, you know, dolloping on top of burgers, mixing through with mayonnaise for like a peri-naise, and
like,
I'd love to put that on a burger. That's a really good burger.
It's just glorious on the barbecue, you know. This is a drizzle over salads.
Yeah.
Chicken breasts, chicken wings.
Everything.
Which one do you want to do next?
I want to do.
Oh, do we have another jam here?
No, that is.
Poor Joe's just sat there getting hungry, man.
He's gonna get all hungry, definitely. This one.
Purple Haze.
Yeah.
Purple Haze. Sorry.
Give me the story behind Purple Haze, because I love the name and I love the color and I love what it's made of, because I'm not a big fan. So I love that song.
Basically, Purple Haze came around. I absolutely love beetroot. I do a lot with beetroot, like pickling with chilies and eating. And I thought, can I make this into a tasty sauce? You know, let's take it to the next level. I like roasted pork joints, and beetroot goes fantastic. The earthy flavors with the roasted vegetables, the parmentier potatoes, and pork, nice hearty dishes. Big fan of borscht, soups and things. So I was like, let's see if we can make this into a sauce. So we kind of went down, it's like a gourmet ketchup route, I would almost say, from the ingredients and the flavors. But I mean, you just get that earthy hit from the beetroot, the nice sweetness and acidity from the red wine vinegar and the sugars. And then I've used the chocolate nagas in this just to give it that explosive heat.
It does have an explosive heat at the end. It's so interesting because you taste
but it comes through. It's not offensive, is it?
And then it's like, bam.
Yeah,
whoa,
literally. It just creeps up on you and just
and
when you least expect it.
Yeah, they're really nice. Because the beetroot, the thing about a beetroot that I don't necessarily like is that lingering earthy taste. This,
I know exactly what you mean.
It's kind of overpowered by the heat, and it's nice.
Yeah, you've done a good job of masking the stuff that makes you go, it's pretty good. And beetroot reminds me of my mum, and she'd make salads and pull out the beetroot, and there'd be this red juice everywhere that I friggin' hated, and I hated the taste. I'm like, a
The
beetroot.
wife hates it when I'm cooking the beets. She said the smell, she just can't stand the smell.
I like beets.
I like putting dollops on it. But I think that's the thing that gets me. I'm like, oh, beets. Ooh,
Although
this is hot.
I have gotten him to eat beets by putting lots of hot sauce on them.
Yeah, put lots of hot sauce on anything and I'll eat it. Like this.
Sounds good to me. So we've actually just brought out a milder version of this one as well. And this is called the Dia de Muertos, which was inspired by the Day of the Dead.
Oh, yeah. I remember reading.
The new label is the Day of the Dead, purple face, purple strands of hair. And again, it's a purple sauce. Back in the day, we used to have one using the golden beetroot, which was like a golden sauce. And that was called Kevin. That was made by Dan Reed.
Damn good.
So
that was the hot one, and then we had a medium one with Scotch bonnets called Kevin, and then we had one using the Chigwana beetroot, the candied beetroot, the white and purple ones in our flavour range called Beetroot Blush. But now we've reintroduced it using the chocolate habanero, because again the chocolate pods just work so well with the beetroot.
What's so special about Churchfield salt? Is it by you or something?
Churchfield salt. It's literally on my doorstep over in Droitwich, and it's one of the original salt mines, and it's like goes back hundreds of years, and they still use the traditional methods they used back then.
Excellent.
And it's also a great taste, award-winning salt. The flavour on it is just absolutely fantastic. It's not like a normal salt. It's just got such a great flavour. So supported local, you know, I've got all this great produce on my doorstep. I try and incorporate as many local companies into my produce as I can.
Well, you do a great job of it, I've got to say. Like I say, these sauces are like super top notch.
Literally, where I live in the Cotswolds, I've got 12 minutes from my house, I've got my label printer. 15 minutes down the road, I've got a local beekeeper which does all my Cotswold honeys. Just down the road again is where I buy all my chilies. And I use other people in the community as well for pods. So everything we try and do is source as locally as possible to support all the local businesses. And
they're all hot.
So we're going for the hotter ones now.
Because I like hot.
The Black Widow.
The Black Widow.
So basically, this one was designed to enter into a competition. You know, just one day I thought, okay, don't really make a hot sauce. People have been asking me for a hot sauce. What can I do? So immediately I thought my favourite chili, obviously being a Scotch bonnet, because that's what introduced me to the chili scene. I mean, I used to get bet silly amounts of money. Bet you can't eat a Scotch bonnet. It's like, yeah, not a problem. So I just used to pop them like M&Ms.
They're just one? Okay.
I'll take the bag.
Too much.
So yeah, we put in the Scotch bonnets in there. We put in the scorpion peppers, the nagas, and the ghost peppers.
Oh, I love the smell of this.
So I went for the Scotch bonnet for the flavour, and the fruity burst, and then the other peppers for the heat.
Oh yeah, I love that. I mean,
it has such a nice initial, like you said, that little burst of flavor at the beginning.
Yeah, that's it.
So
I actually made the sauce in 3 stages. That's my secret to putting this one together.
3 stages?
3 stages, yeah. I'll make 3 separate pans of ingredients and then I combine it all.
Looks like we've got another visitor. Looks like we got Gem in the house too.
So yeah, that's what, when I build all my sauces, I build them in layers. And it's so nice that when you actually try the sauce, you get through the initial hit of flavour, then the chili creeps through, and you pick out all these different flavours. Whereas I know a lot of people, no disrespect to anybody that does, one pot, you know, chuck it all in, stir it around, blitz it, jobs are good. But for me, being a chef, you know, I do things in different stages to bring out different flavours. You know, when we're sweating down the veggies to draw out all the natural sugars and flavour. And then whatever I'm doing with the vinegars, you know, I use those with my spices or herbs or whatever we're using, then we can bind it all together.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I tell the difference, say, like between the purple haze that I just had and just the Black Widow right now. The purple haze, had some heat, but it hit me like in different places than the Black Widow.
That's it, yeah.
The Black Widow just hit me like on lips, tongue.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's all up here in the forward.
But then if you look at what he used, you got scorpions, nagas, boots, jolokias, and
we put it together so it's going to attack different senses. Like it's going to attack your throat, your nose, the tip of your tongue, your lip.
Jen, we just did the purple haze. Yeah, that stuff's really good.
Gonna have to catch up.
Do you mind if I have a little spoon of it or a tablespoon?
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 2 left here, Jem, and if you want to do yours more than definitely you can. The next one that Out the Hot Mama's going to get is I like that one too. See, these are all the sauces that I like.
See, now this is starting to build a little bit for me, but I'm going for it. I'm going to do it anyways.
We'll just do a little bit.
I say, God damn, that's a damn one. No.
No, it's a goddamn.
Didn't want to be too offensive.
Yeah. And I like the picture.
So we all know where these were inspired from, don't we? This is the cult classic, the Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So this started out with the Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce.
Oh, I'm missing
So wait, so this is. Oh wow, it's got a lot of it.
A lot.
Yeah, wow, nice. But it's tomato paste, and then there's some bourbon in there. There's your Churchfield salt, a little Worcester salt. Worcester is my
Worcestershire.
Yeah, we've now upgraded the next batch. We're now using Henderson's relish.
Oh.
If that's easy for you to say.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, we swapped from the Worcestershire sauce to the Henderson's because obviously the Worcestershire's got the anchovy extract.
Yeah.
Sticky this is. It's got a lot of like.
So we're now using the Henderson's, which is the vegan equivalent.
It's hot.
It's got a nice warmth to it, hasn't it?
You're going to say, I said, God damn.
I say.
This is too much for me. I'm doing it.
Yeah, basically, I mean, these were inspired from the cult classic Pulp Fiction. I started out with the $5 shake, which I'm sure everybody knows from the film. It's a bourbon milkshake. That's why it's $5. And, is it a tasty shake? I'd say it's a tasty sauce. And then we've just kind of evolved to the Isay, which is the habanero bourbon barbecue sauce. Then we've got the Goddamn, which is the lager barbecue sauce. And then Isay Goddamn, which is the hottest of the range.
It's so good. Like it is really hot. Like it's on the top end of my
Look at that glaze on
ability.
Everything.
But it's like it's got so much depth to it.
Oh, this is
just such a perfect glaze. I mean, I'm a big barbecue fan. So for me, like I said, I mean, my heart started Henry's. Henry's was barbecue sauce. I mean, you've seen what I did for the League of Fire. I mean, God bless them. They asked me if I'd produce a sauce for them.
I don't know.
They gave me a couple of weeks' notice. And then I said, do you mind if I do a barbecue sauce, because that's where my passion is. That's where I got started. That's what represents me. That's who I am. And they won't go for it. So I thought, right, I've got the perfect sauce. I've been making it for a long time. I've perfected it. I've never released it. It's a personal favorite of mine. So for me to do that for them was such a high honor,
What was the name of that sauce?
That's the Annus Primus, which is first year in Latin.
Right here, which the Hot Mama's going to open.
What? Why am I going to open it?
Because it's one of his sauces made by League of Fire, so you're going to sample it. I mean,
right.
we already, our old bottle, I think I bought 5 bottles. Our old bottle is gone. So number 3, I sent one to Jared. I love this sauce.
Thank you.
Just smell that.
Oh, man,
nice smokiness. And I can see the Henderson's relish.
Oh man, It's so good.
But like I said, I mean, I've been making this sauce for years. It was my special sauce when we used to do the catering for the outside events like weddings and family functions for barbecues and things. And so I've been making this sauce for years, but I've never ever brought it into the range. You know, it's always been in the background in the arsenal, ready to call upon when the time came.
Oh, that frozen.
Again, it's got a bit of warmth to it, you know, but it's not offensive.
Oh, hang on.
You having more?
A little bit.
Can
Just
you
want a little.
hear me?
Should be like
It's
that.
very tasty. It's very, very tasty.
It's really nice. It's got
Thank you.
brown sugar.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, soft brown dark sugar.
Well, it makes
So
me
you got all
just
the
want
molasses in there. And
Ooh, it's nice. And then the heat builds and nice slow kind of a rise. Mmm. Oh, wow. How did I not try any of the last bottle?
because I ate it all.
Yeah, I totally missed it. He was just like,
had that one in secret.
It's right there, right
that's
next to Sean's.
really nice.
It's right next to Sean's other stuff. I think I finished off the bottle the other day.
Sometimes the bottles hide in the
Fridge.
in the trees, you know. I can't see the trees.
Well, I
That's
know
it,
where,
yeah.
I know where they all are.
It's quite strategically placed in between other ones. It's like, I'll put that one there, she won't notice.
He does. He specifically hides things in the back and the top.
The
where I
good
can't see
ones,
them.
the good ones I hide. They're all good.
Brilliant.
Put it up high. I'll never find it.
Now this one, now this Anise Primus, I like it a lot.
It has a surprising amount of heat because it's so like not sweet. That's not the right word for it, but it does have that like sweetness to it. It tastes like barbecue sauce, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, oh, it's catching.
Hello, welcome to the party.
That's nice.
Definitely brings back it, doesn't it?
It catches you, slaps you a little bit.
It is. Well, the last one we have,
Well,
to have him do a little bit if he's got a few in there. But the last one that we have that we're going to do is my favorite out of all of your sauces. I mean, I do like the Anise Primus. I do like that one a lot. Spiral to oblivion.
Good. You probably can't even see the beads of sweat all over.
Now you got sweat going.
A little bit right here.
I can see a little bit.
Under the eye.
Yeah, basically, the Spiral to Oblivion came about as a challenge sauce almost. You know, I got offered a load of the 50ml skulls, and I got a load of Death Spiral chilies. So we were going to create a really, really hot sauce with flavour. And it just didn't live up to it. You know, we made it, and the chilies weren't as hot as I was expecting. It was a bit of a flop, to be honest with you. But people loved the flavour of it. But it just wasn't as hot as I was expecting. So basically, we went back to the drawing board, same base recipe, and I thought, let's just load it with different chilies. Let's attack all of those different senses, taste buds,
Look at mine.
and give the people what they've been asking for.
It's
It's like I
right.
say, I mean, I don't make hot sauce. You know, I make sauces with flavour and heat.
Well, you remember when I
People on their knees trying this sauce, and then they buy 2 bottles.
telling you, I did. I waited because I think Grandpa was telling me, "Hey,
That's right, yeah.
he's going to be
I
making
mean,
some."
Grandpa's huge lesson.
I'm going to
Literally
wait.
drinks on a Friday night, sits there with it on his lap, just like that, watching telly.
It's so like this. This is like she put a little bit. I always put like tons of them on there because I do like this one.
You got me.
Nah,
But again, I mean, the chili heads, it's not an offensive heat. You know, it's a good, warm sauce.
so flavorful.
Why?
You know, I remember Joe last year at the Time Burner coming and trying the Spiral to Oblivion in the little schools and then taking some.
It's got an amazing taste. This one, and it is between this and Anise Primus.
Thank
These are my 2 favorites out of yours. I mean, hot ones. The Irie Fire. I could drink like liters of that, man. I really could.
That's it.
It's so tasty. It's so tasty.
Thank you.
I'm gonna clean my palate up. So, Jem, what do you have for us?
you know, before I even do anything, I've got to say that Shawn and Henry's hot sauces, they go that they're very family friendly, and they go from the very mild and fruity and bursting with flavors everywhere to your top end where you're gonna feel some heat, and I love this about Henry's range, and it's superb. But what I will say is, I totally agree with you. This is up there with my favourites within Henry's range, most definitely. If you do love the burst of beetroot and that burn that comes after that, this is the best. And with these sauces, it is so much flavour, and you have that heat that comes on. But the ones I know that you've done these two. Have you done the M18 smoke yet? Have you done that one?
If you're talking the M18, I haven't done that one at all. We were just getting some internet problems there. We had a little bit of a lag. I did catch what you said, but I only got a certain amount of. I only was able to get a certain amount of bottles ordered from Shawn. M18 wasn't one of them. Looks like you're freezing up, Jen.
Okay, do you know what? Give me a moment.
So yeah, basically the M18 is another one of the top end of the heat range. So this is made with green peppers, garlic base, and then it's got the chipotle for the smoke, and then the explosion comes from the reapers. So that's where the name came from, the M18. It's basically a smoke grenade. So when you first try it, you get all the smoky flavour from the chipotle, and then boom, the explosive heat from the reapers.
How is this better?
Way better.
Perfect.
Superb. All right. Let me start again, or shall I just ramble on with where I need to go?
Ramble. Do whatever you want, brother.
One of my top favourites in the range is most definitely the Anise Primus, and I love this. I love the sweetness, and I love how you get that barbecue, and then coming towards all that flavour explosion, you get smacked with the heat. And I love how Shawn has cleverly got all the flavours in there before the fire comes along, and that's quite impressive. Here, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of beetroot until I tasted this. This is unbelievable. Again, you get that deep earthy beetroot flavours, and then you get that punch, a whole round mouth burn, and I love that. But yeah, what I'll do the M18 smoke. Let me give you some of the ingredients before: green peppers, onion, white wine vinegar, garlic, reaper and chipotle, honey, and Churchfield salt that you guys have already mentioned. With this guy,
I'm sure Joe's going to pick up on Rebellious.
I'm sure he will. This has got the punch, and you get that smoke coming through. And you know what? This would go well with any kind of barbecue. Yes, the barbecue sauces you will have, but this would go well with kebabs. And I had this with a kebab this afternoon, and it went glorious. The heat is one that is bearable, but it complements the food. And I've got to say, and I love the way that the smoke doesn't detach away from the taste itself. And I like how it is from the chipotle that you've added. This is a great sauce to accompany any kind of barbecue dish, even trying to ramp up your chicken or your beef. It's superb. Marcheria piece, which is my spicy sweetheart. Shawn and I were having a good old discussion about this particular sauce. It's a curry sauce. It's a dessert sauce. And Shawn and I went kind of head to head with a little bit of cheesecake. Guys, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this into the cheesecake as...
So basically, this sauce came about from people using the lime and chicken sauce, which is the lime-based sauce, green peppers, white vinegar, onion, blah, blah, blah. It's a savoury one, but with a lime heat with mixed bird's eye chilies. The ice cream sauce. People were pouring it over their desserts. And then they were even going as far as using the fume chorizo, the smoky cherry barbecue sauce, as a dessert sauce. So I got talking to Cam and I said, look, Cam, let's make a dessert sauce. What flavours do you want? So we chewed the fat back and forth, and he said, right, I love cheesecakes. Cheesecakes are my thing. Let's stay down with cherry root. Ken named it for me, and he came up sticking with the French root, my spicy sweetheart. So we made this with the jalapenos, and it's got a bit of smoky through it, using a little bit of chipotle powder just to give it a bit of depth and body. And then we sat there, did half a bottle over some cheesecakes, had a bit of a dinner date, bit of banter, and it was all good fun.
I'm all jealous of Jem now, eating all of the cake.
This sauce complements that vanilla cheesecake to the button, Shawn. Shawn, this is just outstanding.
Thank you very much.
I've never thought of putting a hot sauce onto a dessert. I'll be honest with you, I thought that was quite mind-blowing. And as soon as I did it, I was like, where has this idea been all my life? So, you know, here, if anyone's going to do that, especially this Christmas, here is where we should be heading towards. Maybe Boxing Day.
I make a lot of different chili mince pies when we're mincemeat. I used to make a lot of chili sorbets,
mate.
Chili ice creams back in the day, you know.
Yeah, that's where you
candy chilies with dark chocolate.
Mate, I've got loads more in the cupboard of your range, and you know, these are the ones that I've opened. So
they're the stand-up ones.
Yeah. So I bet you Joe's got a bunch for us. You're up next, Joe. What do you have to sample?
Well, I've not brought any sauces with me because I wasn't too sure what was happening. But I've got the Anna's Primus sauce, but it's downstairs, which I should have brought up really. But I've ordered 3 new sauces from Shawn, ones I've never tried before. Hopefully they'll be here by next week sometime. Maybe I should have ordered them earlier. I could have had them ready for tonight's show, but here we go.
They've been collected. They should be with you by Monday evening, Tuesday latest, depending on the courier.
No worries, no worries. I'll let you know when it's
you've got the Rebellious by Nature coming, which is the one that Heather just mentioned, which she's got the Rebellious by Nature t-shirt, which is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Katie chili. Do you know that one, Jeff?
I've heard that one.
That one.
You've heard of that one, yeah. It's the UK's hottest chili.
Oh, I haven't. That's probably why I haven't heard of it. Too long.
It's been around for a few years now. It's the Katie and the Lucy, which the guy created, named after his 2 daughters, I believe. So we used the Katie chili in the Rebellious by Nature because, again, I wasn't making super hot sauces. So for the UK Sauce Awards, I developed the Rebellious by Nature. That came about. I've got a niece called Katie, so I thought, you know, keep it in the family. You know, we can use the Katie chili and inspire it through that way with the backstory. We won first place in the super hot category in the UK Sauce Awards with that product.
Congrats!
So it made the range, and you know, it's hung around. It's been very popular. And then Joe's also got it's now called the Dark Temptress, which is a cross between the Black Widow sauce and the Purple Haze. So it's a fire-roasted beetroot and red pepper with the same balsamic glaze and the different chilies in there. So that's a lovely, nice hot sauce as well. That's proved to be quite popular.
Yeah, you're also on gift baskets still. Are you doing gift baskets on your site?
Yeah, we've got the hampers for Christmas. We tend to do them all year, really. You know, so it's not just for Christmas, but they tend to sell more around this time of year. We do the trio gift packs in the gift boxes with the 3 sauces. So we can just kind of bespoke kind of whatever the guys want, really, you know. There's no limitations to it generally.
Yeah, and I will say, you know, if there's anyone that's dealing with international shipments, I mean, Shawn can help you that way. You may have problems with the site. If you do have problems with the site, just contact Shawn directly. And
yeah, just drop me a message, email, you know. We're available on all platforms and do our best to make it as painless as possible for you to get the products to you.
Yeah, and I mean, he got it to me in California, so if he can get it to me in California, he can get it to you wherever you
Yeah,
are.
well, we've just, since dealing with yourself, getting the sources to you, we set up an account with UPS now, which is a lot more painless than previous couriers I've been trying to get international with.
Yeah, international or the couriers, they can be difficult, it can be expensive, but in the end, man, it's worth it. Your sauces are worth it. They're really top notch as fuck. Yeah, definitely. I love these ones. I'm going to have another one.
Appreciate it.
So anyway, I think that about covers everything. We've gone over, I think, you know, you got the, like I said, I can't say enough about the site. You want to come in, Heart Mama?
I mean, you know, it's just
Thank you.
And very, very easy to navigate. You can just go there.
Yeah, we're updating it all the time, you know, trying to find ways to improve it. You know, we've definitely tried to make it as user-friendly as possible. Like I say, for people to navigate, we've got all the sections. You know, you go into there, you've got the non-chili range, you've got the clothing branded range, you've got the mild, the medium, the hot, the hottest section. So you're not trying to scroll through, read every description going, right, okay, is this sauce going to be hot enough for me? Will that sauce be too hot? You know, it's all there straight away.
Yeah,
Bang,
I do.
Right, okay, I want a jam. Let's go to the jam section.
And the honey.
Oh, yeah, the honey. There's a lot to go to. Definitely go to like flavorandfire.co.uk and check them out.
Thank you very much.
Nice, Jan. Thank you for appearing with us. We shall talk to you.
Appreciate it. Definitely. So we're just going to be doing the big restock in the new year as well, because literally the last couple of markets, obviously with the COVID, we kind of stopped production because everything this year just got cancelled. We completely lost everything we had booked, and the support has just been overwhelming. You know, at the start of the year, I was looking at the stock thinking, I'm going to be eating hot sauce 3-4 times a day more than what I do already. And literally, we sold out, we've restocked, we've sold out, we've restocked. So, like, we are working through as and when we can get things in. You know, with the lockdown, we were struggling to get ingredients, and then it was coming through in drip feeds. So I just appreciate everyone's support and bearing with us while products have been out of stock. But, you know, we won't cowboy anything. If we can't get the produce or use for it, I will not make it. You know, I am not going to cowboy any of our products. We give you the top quality, as we always have and always will. So I'd rather upset people by going, sorry guys, it's not in stock, you know, but it will be remade. Watch your space.
All right, perfect. And Joe, thank you for being with us today. It was a great
Joe, thank you very much, Cam. Really appreciate you guys jumping on. You know, these are the guys, the UK Sons, repping and backing.
Definitely, sure.
Heather in the shadows as well, you know.
That we do.
Can't say enough love for Heather.
I'm telling you. And she does wear your shirts really well, too. I do like that.
She does.
She does wear them well. Well, anyway.
3, definitely my favourite.
Well, thank you for being on the show, Shawn.
Honestly, it's my pleasure. Thank you very much, and Hot Mama, for having me tonight again. It's always a pleasure. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the regular Sunday spot to come and jump on. And like I say to you, I mean, I know some of the mainstream kind of American producers, you know, we've got to know people over the years, but it's going to be so great to meet people actually from the group and get to know them better. Like I said, I mean, I was chatting to Shawn the other day, and you know, we're getting chatting to Bart and things, and the other people that just got love for the community, that are making products So it's going to be great to see what other people are bringing to the table as well.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Sharing that, getting their name out there as well, and just doing what we do best and just lifting and supporting one another.
Oh, look, Heather just said she loves you too. Oh, love to you.
Love to you lot.
Oh, us lot. Well, that's too small. I can barely see it.
Love to you lot too, she says.
We'll stick with the first one. She's lovely.
American. She says, I love you all.
Great person, yeah. She's always there to jump on for a bit of banter, a bit of burn time, She just uplifts everyone's spirits.
I know, she's amazing. She's
a great asset to the club.
Queen's chug. She did the Killer Queen's chug. That's
impressive.
Very impressive right there from her.
She holds the record for the Frankenstein chug as well.
Oh, yeah.
No one's even got close to her 15-second record, man. No one's even attempted it. She just absolutely smashed it out of the water.
I wonder how long she spent on the lavy floor after that one. We're no strangers to that.
Oh,
all right.
definitely.
Thanks, Shawn. We shall talk to you soon, brother. We'll be backstage soon enough.
Thank you, guys.
And as you guys saw, I'm Jiff the Fireman.
I'm Her Mama Alex.
And this has been...
Son's Sunday Spice Show.
All the S's. All the alliteration.
It's very alliterative.
Definitely. And we shall talk to you next week. We'll figure out the time. I think next week we will have Ryan Johnson of Twisted Jerky. So we'll be going over him. And we will be doing our utmost to promote Henry's Hot Sauce this week on Deguana's Fiery Foods and on Sons. Like I said, Henry's Hot Sauce, you can see the address below, flavorandfire.co.uk. Fantastic website, very easy to navigate. Any questions, just contact Shawn and he'll be able to sort you out. So we shall talk to you soon. Stay spicy.